Perfect. Hello, everybody. My name is Patty Whiteeye, and I just want to welcome you to the Global Business Social. This is something we do every Sunday night where we get together and we listen to some amazing, inspiring stories from people who are having success in this company. And we love sharing with you and sharing whether this opportunity is something that might spark your interest as well, because we would love to have you join us. So I am working together with Monty Lee Avison and Brittany Cleveland, and they're going to help me out later. But right now, I want to tell you, if you are here and you're interested in getting in on the draw, if you're a guest, please drop your name in the comments. And you're welcome to say who you're a guest of, but just say, your name and then guest, and do first and last name. We very often have more people like with the same name. Okay, I am here to introduce you tonight to my friend and somebody who I look up to so much, Isabelle McMillan. Isabelle is an executive director with Monat. She has 2 kids, she's a wife, and she's a professional photographer. And she started with this company in 2017. And she is an absolute amazing person. So I want to tell you a little story. In 2019, I think it was, when we were at Monations, I don't know if you remember this, Isabelle, but I was kind of fangirling, okay? And she walked up to me. So we were at the company convention. We were in a great big arena in Columbus, Ohio. And I was walking upstairs, like in the, what do you call that? The hallway area. And Isabelle came up to me and she said, "Are you Patty?" And I was like, "Wait, what?" "Yes, I know who you are. I can't believe you know who I am." And she came and we had a great conversation. It's the first time we talked together. And we live really close to each other. So it's nice to know somebody who's this close, but she made me feel so special. And I'm just so excited that she's going to share with us tonight. So I'm going to let you take it away, Isabelle.
Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Thanks for the introduction. I do remember that time because I feel like we are this, like, we're a community, right? We get to know each other, and that's what I love about what we do, right? And even though we're, on different teams, we're still connected, right? So yeah, absolutely. And thanks so much for having me here tonight. I'm looking forward to sharing my story. And yeah, I have been with Monat for just over 3 years. And I wasn't looking for anything at the time. It just sort of fell into my lap. I was super busy, as we all are, right? And I really don't know what it was. Like, just something kept telling me that this was something good. And I had been given opportunities before to do, to join different companies, and I was never interested at all. And again, I was super busy, 2 kids in competitive sports. But something had to give. And sometimes I think that when you think that you don't have the capacity to take anything else on, or all the things that are keeping you from doing something like this are actually the reasons why maybe you should, right? And so again, it was just like I was super busy, and I just thought, I'm just going to do it because, first of all, the hair products did interest me a lot. Actually, my mom and my sister are hairdressers, and so I've always had a passion for hair. I've been sort of, I've been exposed to all of that. And when I heard that these products were anti-aging, when I heard these products were clean, vegan, I was like what does that mean? What does anti-aging hair care even mean? Like, it really piqued my interest, and I kind of just sat and watched for a while. I saw a few other photographers in the business. They were talking about the success they were having with their hair, and then of course with the business as well. And I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to go for it, because if these products do what they say they're going to do, then I know other people are going to be interested in the products, because everybody struggles with their hair, right? I've always had long hair, but it wasn't healthy. Like, I had split ends, it was dull, it was breaking, split ends, all those things. And my hair has never been healthier. The other thing that really caught my attention was there were people that were talking about success with, like, their psoriasis. I know this, like, I didn't realize how many people had skin issues. And now being in this for over 3 years, it's crazy the things that you learn about people, right? It's like you think it's embarrassing. And I heard that people were having really great luck with their scalp psoriasis. Now, not to say that our products, treat conditions, but I was super excited to give it a try. And the Rejuvenate oil has been amazing. So I'm not going to go into product knowledge, but the products work. They work for me. And of course, you have to love what you're talking about. So I was super excited that on my very first wash, I was just like, oh my gosh, my hair is so super soft. And I was excited to keep trying all the different products. And yeah, so at the time, I was full time into photography. Um, but you know what? I loved this so much that I found the time to do it. I wanted to hit the ground running. I knew that from day one. And because I knew that this could be something substantial if I was willing to put the work in and if I was willing to sacrifice a little bit. And so, I was already working a lot. So I thought, if I'm going to do something else, it has to be substantial because otherwise I could just take more photography sessions on. And I was already super burnt out at my computer till like 2 o'clock in the morning. People's galleries were really late. I was actually telling people I was too busy to take any more sessions on. And if I wanted to get ahead, like financially, I would have to work more. And I'm not a little spring chicken anymore. So something has to give, right? And I was photographing a lot of newborn babies, which is hard actually. It can take like up to 4 hours of patience. And let me tell you, now that I have teenagers, I don't have the same kind of patience anymore. So, anyways, I love photography. I still do it, but I was so happy that this came into my life at the time that it did. I worked my butt off, and I was very passionate. I was sharing. All I did was share these products. I was really excited about them, shared them, and people were drawn to what I was talking about. And I think because I showed up in a genuine manner, not to like push what I was doing, but really just to like share that this was something big, that this was something new, right? People wanted to be a part of it. And I think because of that, I was able to, go pretty like quickly through the different levels in this business. Again, not knowing what I was doing, not like have never sold a thing in my life. But I also didn't come into this chasing a paycheck either. I knew it was going to come if I helped others with their hair and helped, people that came into the business. So that's what I always teach my team. I say, you know what, you can't be just in this for the paycheck. Like you have to love what you're doing. You have to love helping others. And so I got to the market mentor level within 5 months, and that is the car level. And yeah, I just kept like rolling after that, and I surpassed my photography income. Like within 5-6 months, I was slowly surpassing what I was making working 60 hours in photography. And yeah, I have my time back. I get to choose how I spend my day, which I absolutely love. So hard work really does pay off. And some other things that have happened are, like I love to travel, and it was really tough because I had to work weekends a lot, right? Saturdays, Sundays, photographing sessions, and I had a really hard time saying no to people. So it was hard to go away to do things on the weekends with my family and to plan trips. And with Monat, they actually give us trips, like we can earn trips. So I've been on so many trips, I can't even like keep track anymore. It's just been so amazing. Before Monat, I would have to put a trip on a credit card, and then when we would come back, we would have to spend the rest of the next few months paying for these trips, right? I don't have a car payment anymore, which is really nice. And yeah, like I just love that I can spend the time where it matters the most now. Yeah, I guess that's like my story. I don't know if I left anything out, or was there
That's
anything else you wanted me to talk about, Patty?
That's awesome. That was so awesome. I can just imagine how much work it is to be a photographer. The editing time that you must have. Actually, my brother-in-law's also does photography, weddings mostly, and I know it's so time consuming. So to be able to have your time back for your family, what an amazing blessing. We actually have a couple questions for you. So I'm going to open it up to Monty Lee. And if anybody else has questions for Isabelle, you guys drop them in the comments. But Monty Lee's going to ask you a question, then Brittany.
Sure.
Awesome. Thank you. That was so inspiring to hear, Isabelle. I just love hearing everyone's stories and how it's impacted your life. I'm so grateful that you're here with us. I wanted to ask, because I know this is something that's pressing on people's minds all the time. There's a lot of people out there who don't feel comfortable with social media. So what would you say to someone who doesn't feel super confident working with social media?
Mm-hmm. So what I would say is don't overthink it and don't compare, okay? Those two things are really important because you can learn social media, right? Now, having said that, I'll come back to that, but this is also, a business that you can do face to face. Of course, not now, and we have Zoom and we can have online, events and that sort of thing. But I know some people that have gotten really far in this company just from doing, well, not just, but their forte was doing events and having them back to back, and they were able to make this business work for them. So I want to make sure everybody knows that you don't have to use social media, but yes, it helps, and you can start where you are and you can learn from where you are. And the thing is if you think that you're far behind, I can promise you you're not, because there's so much new technology that's always coming out, like the new Reels feature, for example, on Instagram. Like, we all had to stop what we were doing. We're like, okay, now we have to like jump on the Reels, and that's something new for everybody. Like, I had to learn how to do it. The first one that I ever did took me a whole day. Like, I'm embarrassed to say it. Like, I was so mad at my family. I was like, get away, like, I have to finish this reel. But the thing is if you want to learn something, you can. You just have to, again, it's your business, you want to be successful at it, then you have to put aside some time to learn and implement these things, right? So yes, social media can be super overwhelming, right? But if you just concentrate on your own growth and just learn one new thing a day, and just baby steps, you're gonna get where you want to be. Now, like, the comparison is not good, right? Because people might look at my page and they're like, oh my gosh, like, her pictures are really nice. Maybe not knowing that I'm a photographer, maybe not knowing I've done photography for 10 years. And the thing is when I started photography 10, 12 years ago, my photos were not good. I was charging I actually was not charging money in the beginning, right? So I had to go through those baby steps. So yes, having that prior business has absolutely helped me transition into Monat. So a lot of people's prior experiences is helping them. So you need to remember that, like, you need to be excited to start where you are and enjoy the journey, because if you don't enjoy that journey, you're just gonna feel bad about yourself when there's no reason to feel bad about yourself. There's always going to be people that can help you. You just need to reach out and ask. But social media can be really fun. It doesn't have to be serious. You can laugh at yourself. I always share this story that, in my first video, I had like a doggy Snapchat filter on, and I was so proud of myself. And then my first tutorial, I had it on fast forward, like, what is that called when you're making it go really fast? Anyways, I was doing an oil treatment, and I had some people message me saying, like, what were you doing? Because it was going so fast, So again, like, if you looked at where I started over 3 years ago in my business, you would have seen that I had a lot of learning to do too. So that's why it's important to not compare and enjoy that journey of learning, just like any new thing that you do. Or like if you're getting into a new job, right? Like if you get a new job, even if it's at the same company, but you're in a new department or something, right? You have to take the time to learn that role, right? So it's the same thing. Social media is just a part of what we're doing here. And again, it is fun. It is fun to learn these things. And when you're always growing, like I always say, when you're growing in life, you're living, right? Like if you're not growing, you're dying. So I don't know. I just love that this opportunity and this company does that for us. It kind of gives us a little bit of a push.
Awesome. Yes. So you are very, very inspiring. I never heard your story, and your hair is completely gorgeous. I have a prospect here right now. I'm washing her hair, and she's like, sign me up. She loves your hair.
That's awesome.
So my question for you is, what do you do for personal development?
What do I do? Oh gosh. For personal development.
Maybe like 2 top things that you do, because I know you probably do a lot.
Yeah. Okay. So I listen to podcasts, and it's crazy that I didn't even know what podcasts were. Even like, I would say not even when I first started, but maybe in the last 2 years have I really gotten into listening to podcasts. And there's a lot. I mean, if I'm trying to grow in my network marketing business, that's typically who I'll look for, right? So I've found, a handful that I like, that resonate with me. And that's what I do. I'll listen to podcasts when I'm getting ready, or like if I'm in the car and I'm driving and that sort of thing, because it's important to always fill your mind with positivity, and just to hear from others, right? And the podcasts aren't just business related. I also really like mindset, positivity, all that kind of stuff, right? So so podcasts. And then I read leadership books. I love John Maxwell. I feel like those are 2 things are, probably like standard answers. But the other thing I want to say though about personal development is you just need to do the things, right? Like you're not going to get good at anything until you do them over and over again, right? So like this is a huge part of what Monat has given me, is the personal development, but it's because I've been put into this role and I've grown as a person, right? So just doing the things have grown me. I was going to share a story, because I've had people say to me, like, oh, you're pretty well spoken, and it just makes me laugh, because that wasn't me at all before Monat, right? And so like when I was in grade 5, I had to say a speech in front of the whole school, and I think I said like 5 words, started crying, and like ran off the stage. And ever since then, into becoming an adult, I'm like, I cannot speak in front of people. Like I just told myself that my whole life, right? And so I want to say it was a year into Monat. Of course, I had to do like some Zooms and like forced to do these leadership things. But they asked me to speak at one of our conferences in front of 5,000 people. And I was like, oh my gosh. So like the vice president calls me, and she says, we want to feature you. We want you to speak on stage. And I was pretending to be like super excited. I was like, oh my gosh. Like I didn't even know what to say. My heart was like beating through my chest. As soon as I got off the phone, I collapsed on the ground. I was like crying like a baby. It was really bad. And then my husband came in. He's like, are you okay? Like, are you okay? And I'm like, yes. I'm like, it's a good thing. So yeah, Monat has given me so much, and I'm really thankful.
Okay, now I'm crying. Thank you so much for sharing that. I know so many people can relate to that. Um, wow. Really, really appreciate you sharing that, Isabelle. I saw one other person put a question in here. So if you really want to quickly, I'm going to tell everybody, first of all, before we do the question, if you guys are a guest on here, I know a lot of you came on a little bit after we started. So please drop in the comments in the chat that you're a guest so you can get into the draw, because we're going to do that next. But we have a question from Carrie Lynn, and she asked, has your why changed? Why you're doing this?
Has my why changed? So yes, absolutely. I have, I feel like I have a lot of whys sort of compiled together. Um, I think a big why, it was just like the challenge of, you know, proving maybe my past wrong. If that's like, I know that's not a why that a lot of people have, but yeah, that is a big, like, just doing this and doing something for me is huge. Like, I grew up, just my dad worked. My mom was a hairdresser, but she did it part time, right? So my dad was like the breadwinner. And I went to school for dental assisting. So now we're just going back. I'm just telling stories all night long. So I was doing dental assisting, and then we moved to London, and that's when I started my photography career. And it was amazing that like people loved my work, and it made me feel good, right? And like just growing up too, like it was hard for me, just like I think a lot of people like through high school and just friendships, like when you grow up, you kind of like you pass those things, but people like those things stick with you, right? Like your childhood, whatever, the things that happened in the past. Anyways, so we moved to London, started doing photography, and I felt like people started to like notice that I was like had a talent, and it was just like, oh, started to make me feel good, right? And it's weird that you feel that way, like as an adult. It's like I'm married, I have kids, like why do I have insecurities? So so then my business took off, and of course a lot of those experiences have helped me now. But then coming into Monat and it was going well, I was like, oh my gosh, like why was I felt my whole entire life, like why was I being told that I wouldn't be successful, and why was I thinking I couldn't be, right? So now I feel like my why is to show and share people that no matter what they've gone through in their life and no matter how old they are, they can absolutely like change the direction of their life, and they can absolutely do whatever they set their mind to. And that is my why now. It's just sharing with everybody and watching people succeed, helping people to like, you know, get through those barriers.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm really touched tonight. I just want you to know. So I have people who are saying they really want the recording so they can be re-inspired later. So we're so appreciative of you coming, Isabelle, and sharing and being vulnerable with us. And we're gonna do the draw. So I'm gonna let Monty Lee do the draw. If you guys, one last chance, you guys. So many great comments in the chat. If you have not put your name in the chat already, just drop it in real quick, and Monty Lee's going to do the draw. And I think Brittany's a little busy because I usually ask her, "Are you still busy, Britt?" Yeah, she's busy. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up really quick. While you guys are dropping your name in, I want to let you guys know, if you are looking for more information, if you have questions, please go back to the market partner who invited you. Your market partner might be brand new. I know there are brand new market partners on here. Don't worry. They can ask their upline, their sponsor, the person who has got them started with the business, and we will find the answers for you no matter what. If you are sitting on the fence and you've been thinking, you know, I really need something new, I need something to do that's for me, I need a backup plan, I need a side hustle, I'm thinking about getting another job, or I really just need to find what I'm good at. Don't hesitate, you guys. Just jump in. There is no risk. I'm not going to get into all the products. I'm not going to get into all the ways to join, but I am going to tell you, you have a 30-day money back guarantee. Literally no risk. If you don't send your products back, you'll have the best hair of your life. There are no quotas. You're not forced to sell or buy anything. That's how I got involved. I started by buying a kit to get a big discount. That's all I wanted. And within 2 weeks, my hair started to grow. And I knew there was something amazingly special about this. And what I found was the community here is like nothing I've ever experienced in my life. All of the market partners on here can tell you the same thing. We are a family, and it doesn't matter what team you're on. It doesn't matter where you live. You can get support from everywhere in this company. It's absolutely amazing. We're the #1 premium hair care line in the world, you guys. We're only in 5 countries and we are expanding. So now is the time to jump on. And yeah, are you ready, Monty Lee? Okay, I'll let you go.
Awesome.
One more thing I want to add. If anybody's on this call and you haven't tried Monat, it is buy a shampoo or buy a conditioner and you get a shampoo for $12 in US. Okay. Canada is buy a conditioner, get a shampoo for $16. These products should last you anywhere from 4 to 6 months. And so it's almost as cheap as like Walmart shampoo at this price, at this point. And it's 100% guaranteed. And then if you do love it, which I know you will, there's a lot of money involved later. But if you want to try it first as a customer, you can. Just want to throw that sale out there.
Thanks, Brittany. That's awesome. Oh yeah, it's such a huge sale. It is literally the least expensive way to get started. And once you start, then you love it. And it's just a great way to try it all out. Okay, so I'm not going to keep you guys much longer. I have everybody's names. If it's in the chat, I have it. Don't worry. I don't miss anybody. I'm very thorough at this. Lots of practice. Okay, so first off, we have the 30-second miracle that we are giving away. So I have everybody on here. We are going to spin. Now, hopefully you guys can read this too. It makes my life a little easier. You got that, Patty? I can't read it when it's backwards like that, but congratulations, Celia Webb. I'm just going to remove your name because we have a second product. We are doing an eye smooth as well with the rose gold roller ball. And I will shuffle that. I got my pink tonight for the 30-second miracle. So congratulations, Christine. That's so exciting. Make sure that you just reach out to the person who invited you here so we can get your address and get that shipped out to you right away.
Awesome. Thank you, Monty Lee. Okay, guys, I'm not going to keep you any longer. I just want to say thanks again to Isabelle. Thank you to Brittany and Monty Lee and to everybody for joining us for a half hour on a Sunday night. And don't forget to get back to the market partner who invited you. And we will see you all soon. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.